I'll be right back.
I hate nitro.
Abby
Oh
was
wait,
telling
can
me the
everybody
other
hear
day,
me
she's
now?
like- yes.
Yes.
Doggy.
Abby was like, "There's a thing called Starbucks Reserve or Starbucks Selects." And I
Yeah, they
guess
have the
there's
reserve
a-
stores.
I guess there's a certain store not terribly far from us that has like some pumpkin spice iteration of this Selects or.
I want to go
Reserve.
to the crazy one in Chicago. It's like
There's a
I still
crazy
need to go there.
Starbucks?
Yeah, there's like the Starbucks to go to in Chicago.
yeah, there's
Mm.
I forgot what they call them, but there's like 3, I think, in the United States, and I know one's in Seattle, one's in
Makes sense.
Chicago, and I think there's another one, probably New York or something.
Why Chicago?
It's
Like, I
actually
get
one
Seattle,
Of the, I think
that's
it's
where-
actually one of the distro hubs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
Mhm.
sense. I remember I saw a video of the one in Italy.
Oh
The,
yeah,
like,
there is one in
where
Italy.
They
Yeah.
roast there.
Yeah.
They burn their coffee
Speaking
there.
of Italy,
They just
They just burn the coffee there.
burn
But it
the
was
coffee
when
there.
it was when they were doing their olive oil thing. You
Yeah, the
could only
oleato
get it
or
at
whatever.
certain Starbucks.
That thing sucks, dude. It just tastes like
It's so
fucking
gross.
popcorn. It just tastes like
Oh, I didn't think it
diacetyl.
sounded good, but I did watch a video because I was curious. But I don't want olive oil in my
I
coffee.
tried them all because my friend works at he's a store manager at one of them, and I was like, "Yo, let me try some of these without paying for them because I don't want to really try 'em." And actually, like, I will say the iced one is the best one, or the shaken iced one is the best one, but it's because they put toffee nut syrup in it, and toffee nut syrup is by far the best syrup that's at Starbucks on a regular basis. The best syrup.
The consistent best.
Chestnut praline is the best syrup that Starbucks has.
Have you heard of my friend Cinnamon Dolce? The only beverage I've had there for
Cinnamon
the last,
Dolce
I don't know,
is also
decade.
it is a top 5 Starbucks syrup for sure.
At least I'm not too far off the mark then.
Cinnamon Dolce mixed with white chocolate, dude.
Yeah, that's what you tell me.
Let's go.
Mike, I actually have a question for you, who has someone who has formerly worked at Starbucks.
Yeah.
Give me the numbers.
Do you do the same thing that I do when I go to a former place of employment that I knew all too well and be like, I used to work here. I know a thing or two. You got to hit that button. You got to flip that switch. You know, I know how hard it is.
You tell this to the employees currently working there?
That's right.
I don't.
I do that.
I don't. I don't think I do that because those 2 Starbucks that I go to are there's usually people that I have worked with there, so I don't really have to do that.
Fair.
But if it comes
I
up,
do it
something
at
like, oh yeah, I
Chick-fil-A.
work at Starbucks. You work at a Chick-fil-A?
When did you work at Chick-fil-A?
In college.
Ah,
I worked at one of the busiest ones in Central Florida for, I don't even think a full year, maybe over a year, just barely. But I worked in the kitchen, so I was just
My pleasure.
Flipping-
cooking and bread and
patties.
meats and packing
pleasure.
fries. But whenever I deem it relevant, I bring it up, and usually to Chick-fil-A employees. Like one time, not terribly long ago, I was going through the drive-thru, and the power surged a little bit, like right after they handed me the food. I was like, oh, good luck with that. And then because one time I completely shut down a Chick-fil-A during the breakfast to lunch rush transition because I was cooking some French fries, and our fryer kind of like it slid out, and you just push it back. You just like throw your hips into it, push it back. I pushed it back a little
you
too hard, and
thrust that thing.
yep, you basically just hump the fryer and hit it into the wall, and it, I guess, oil splashed onto the outlet and killed the entire store.
nice.
They had to go flip all the breakers.
Amazing.
Very good.
Max destroyed a Chick-fil-A by humping the fryer.
I mean, sparks flew. It's like I could have died. It's a whole thing.
Well, death is inevitable, as we all know.
Well, I'm trying not to die at Chick-fil-A before I graduate
that'd be-
college.
You'd be on the news for that one.
Yeah.
So I don't
Maybe it'd be
know.
a better way to go out.
Man fried at Chick-fil-A.
You don't know how you're gonna die. Maybe that would have been a better way for you to go out.
But I've had more time. I think I would trade time in these scenarios.
What is
I don't know. What if you die being burnt alive or something like that.
You'd be a
Truly
legend, man.
terrible. But how old am I?
I don't know.
I don't know.
2.
Man. How old was
Well,
that guy?
versus I'd say verse 21 to say 85. Burnt alive or brutally electrocuted to death. I'll take the 85 and burned alive.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
people
know.
might do ghost
Or
stories about you
drowning?
now.
You said
You
would
get me
want
to
be
you get me to
burned alive?
90, I'll drown.
I don't want to drown. Please
I don't
I
want
definitely
be
don't want to be
drowned.
90 and drowning. That'd be fucked up.
I think burning alive is the worst way to go.
It's
I think it
you
would
know,
be too.
if you're burned alive, your body's just gonna shut. Like your brain will just
No, it's not.
Shit.
No.
No,
Are
it
you
won't.
out of your mind? You will. Please go watch Midsummer and then come talk to me.
don't tell me anything about that movie. That's a spoiler.
Or maybe I may have spoiled the final
probably did.
scene.
Oh
You
my
haven't
gosh.
seen that movie yet? It's
Um,
been 5 years or something. You can't
I've
say
seen that movie.
no,
and I
it's
don't even-
too. I don't know. I haven't seen Midsummer.
culty.
Very
No, I don't really know a lot. Well, I know
wait.
something crazy happens,
You
but
can't-
I
you
know
can
there's a
say
bunch of
spoilers and then
flowers
say I'm not gonna watch it.
and Florence Puh.
Yeah, this is
You're
Max in
wearing
a
a lot of
nutshell,
flowers.
though.
You can't
Oh,
do
that's
that.
spoilers. Oh, are you gonna watch her play that thing? No, probably not.
No, you can't do that.
I
I'm gonna
can.
spoil it for you.
No,
right
I do. I. It's been on my list because everyone talks so highly about it. Midsummer
Very
is on
good.
the list.
It's one of
It's a
my
good movie.
I know Florence Puh is in it, and I think they mentioned. Wasn't she on Hot Ones? She was on Hot Ones.
I'll look it up because I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah,
episode.
she was on Hot Ones. Yeah, she had a good.
She
episode.
talked about a painting in that from that movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember this.
yeah. I mean, all the paintings in there are like people with dongs and fucking.
Yeah.
chopped off
I think that was part
Yeah.
of her thing. So I remember that.
like bleeding vaginas. I know that's
Whoa.
like.
That was one of them.
Whoa.
That was one
Yeah,
of them.
because
Isn't that just called a
vagina.
period?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly
yeah.
what it is.
Oh,
Someone
yeah,
becomes a woman in that movie. That happens.
the movie's weird. Did anybody see that
I've been
man's
recording
new
the whole
movie?
time, by the way. Oh, the Ari Aster. What is that movie called?
Bo is
Bo is
afraid.
Be- Oh yeah, Bo is afraid.
Oh,
No.
with
I haven't
what's
seen
his
it yet.
face?
The
The
Joker.
Joker.
I won't-
Joaquin
I haven't
Phoenix.
seen it yet.
Napoleon.
Well, yeah, with Napoleon himself. Napoleon
good?
Bonaparte. I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen it.
I will
it
see
looked
it at some
a
point.
little too weird for me.
It's 3 hours. and
That's
that is
my
so
thing.
long.
That's what it was for me too.
I've heard people say it's 3 hours, and there's a chance that it could be your most hated film of the year or your most loved. There's like not much in between.
That's a big gamble.
And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to risk
So-
3 hours of my time for this.
I do like weird,
So,
so I think I'd like
Logan?
end up, like,
Are you gonna go see Killers of the Flower Moon now that you know how long it is?
Yeah, I don't mind that.
how long is
That's
it?
Martin Scorsese.
That's 3.5
baby.
hours.
That dude's a hack, dude.
Marty?
That's how we start the show. Martin Scorsese's a hack. Start it.
Hack.
Yeah, we should just. Why is this just not the show?
Well, it
This
is because
now
I'm
just the show.
I'm recording everything, so it is now part of the show.
All right, good. This is just the show. Do you actually dislike Martin Scorsese?
No, he's great.
Because if you don't like Martin Scorsese, that means
I
you
don't- I
don't
haven't
like
really wa- to be
Leonardo
honest,
DiCaprio.
I think they're both fine. I don't actually particularly care for their movies, like just in general. They're good. I just don't, it's not for me.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of reasons
He
why
did-
not to like Leonardo
they did the-
DiCaprio as well. Just to
They
have
did the
something
wolf
there.
thing, right? They did the wolf.
They
on
did
Wall
do
Street.
the wolf
They
thing.
did
yeah.
The Wolf.
He-
They've done The Departed.
Never seen The Departed.
That's right.
The
What?
Island film.
Oh yeah, they did
Shutter
do.
Island?
I always forget he did.
Oh,
Shutter
that movie's
Island.
good. I like that movie.
That movie's okay. I don't know what my takeaway from that movie was. Like, I don't know. Like,
I don't-
isn't it one of those endings? I've watched it. It's one of those endings where you don't know if he's like going crazy or if it's like,
Taxi Driver?
or like
He did
what's
do
going
Taxi
on or
Driver.
something.
I do like that movie. That movie's
Yeah.
good.
I've never
seen
The
it.
Joker.
Yeah, it's
Was
the
it?
Joker.
He's
Shutter
done-
Island is one of the ones where you're like
He's done all
is he-
kinds of things. Like Martin Scorsese has made so many movies of so many different genres, and like I was
Gangs
looking
of
through his
New York.
filmography
like-
the other day.
It's too. Oh, he did Cape Fear. Really? He did Cape
Yeah.
Fear?
Yeah,
Okay,
That movie
Hugo.
sucks so bad.
Raging Bull. I
Raging
remember
Bull.
I almost bought that.
King Comedy is my favorite. That's really the Joker movie for sure. Like that one
Yeah.
specifically.
I haven't seen that, but I've been wanting to.
Yeah.
I do like.
What
I
is
do actually
Silence?
really like Taxi Driver. I do like that movie a lot.
Andrew
And-
Garfield.
Gangs of New York, you did.
I've never really seen Gangs of New York.
I've seen it. It's really good. It's got Daniel Day-Lewis popping off.
Yeah. I mean, when
So-
is he not popping off? If we're being honest.
I don't know. There's that one movie where he's an artist who paints with his feet or whatever, and I just don't think I can watch that one.
He's in the old movie where
Is that
he.
my left foot? Is
Yeah.
that what that is?
Yes.
Do you not like feet? Is that it?
I don't know, I'm
That's
just
what it was
not-
about.
You a foot hater?
I think that's what it's about.
Oh,
Is
Goodfellas.
it?
Goodfellas is
So
great.
does that mean you don't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or any other
No, I'm
anything
just saying
featuring
Quentin
feet?
Tarantino film?
I just don't know if I am like all that interested in
You don't like Margaret
watching a
Qualley's
film
feet?
about a man who paints with his feet or whatever.
That sounds interesting. I don't know.
It's about I pull it up. It's a man who has cerebral palsy and he only has control of his left foot, and then he becomes a writer and an artist.
Wait, he writes with his foot? Now that's different.
Does
That
he
I want to
type,
see.
or does he use a pen?
I don't know. He does it all with his left foot though, just like the title suggests. So
So
Really
I,
think- Good.
I was gonna say I was looking up this King of Comedy on Google, and you
Yes.
know, it's like whatever. And then they say people also search for. Can you guess the 4 films that show up?
Joker's one of
Assuming
them.
The Joker's one of them.
No, it's not.
Okay, the title of the movie is King of Comedy.
The King of
The
Comedy.
King of
The
Comedy.
King of Comedy.
And it's got what's his name in it? De Niro, right?
Let's get
Yeah.
De Niro
I'm gonna tell you this.
and Jerry Lewis.
Three of the 4 are Martin Scorsese films. One of
Okay.
which is not. It
Is
a
it
very
Taxi
different.
Driver?
film.
Is Taxi Driver
Okay,
one of them?
Taxi Driver's one.
Okay, I thought so because of the De Niro.
Goodfellas.
No.
Really?
Um,
Hmm.
I'm trying to think of other De
Okay, I'm
Niro.
just gonna tell you.
Raging
Casino?
Bull is the other.
I'm gonna
Casino?
tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you
Okay.
right now. The Wolf of Wall Street,
Okay.
Taxi Driver,
Okay.
Cape Fear, and then 2011's Young Adult starring Charlize Theron.
What?
Jason
Wow.
Reitman's young adult.
Yes.
Great.
I don't know why it shows up for her. How's that? But you know,
All
guess
right.
people search for it when they're searching for the King of Comedy.
There's got to be a tie. There's got to be a connection.
I don't want to right now.
The only thing I know about that movie is that it's written by Diablo Cole, who did Juno, and that it's about her dating Patton Oswalt. That's it. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Which, you know,
What a plot!
that's all I got.
Charlize
Like,
Theron dating Patton Oswalt.
Ratatouille himself.
I've seen it
Stan-
before.
dating a
and-
rat.
I don't remember it being bad, so there's that. How are you guys doing?
I'm okay.
Good. How are you?
How
okay.
are you? That is the real question.
Yeah, daddy.
I'm all right.
I talk
Yeah?
to Mike every now and then about his fatherhood.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Do
I'm a
you-
dad.
Do you
Talk
like
about-
it?
Yeah.
Love it. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Did-
just went to daycare for the first day today.
You
That
said
was
that made you cry.
It made Amber cry, and then it made me cry.
Which makes Mike cry.
But yeah, it's been good.
Wait, so you were telling us that you've been having her listen to certain music and it gets her happy. Have you? I assume you've made her try to listen to Rush, right?
I have not.
Oh
Mm.
wow. Are you
Yeah.
too scared? Because what if she
No.
like starts crying and she's like, "Oh, I like the drums."
No, generally she likes just music in general. So she's into music, but there's some music where she like kind of like gets happy. She like starts like bopping a little bit. And the ones that have come up, Amber does this more than I do, so a lot of it is music that Amber listens to.
Hence
But-
the Olivia Rodrigo.
Is Olivia Rodrigo. That's the one that she's been bopping to. She's listened to like, you know, Taylor Swift, all that stuff. Not as
Mhm.
big of a fan. She has listened to I don't know what I was like she also likes the Strokes, because at one point I was listening to the Strokes and she was very into it. I was like, oh, okay, great. But I never really tried anything else, I don't think. But I just think she likes kind of like faster paced stuff in general. Louder stuff.
Time to get her into the prog rock then.
Time. Go listen to Gentle Giant, Jethro Tull.
How old is she now? Is she actually like 3 months old? 4 months old?
Yeah. Not 4 months. She was born August 1st. I don't know math.
So three months.
2 months.
August 1st. Okay, so a little over 2.
2 months and a week. Almost
It's
exactly.
2 months and some change.
That's, jeez, man.
Yeah.
No, that's nothing. 2 months, nothing.
Let me tell you. Oh yeah. I mean, we haven't talked about this at all. Really.
No.
No, you were getting ready to have a kid last time.
Childbirth is one of the craziest things you'll ever witness in your entire life. Let me tell you guys something.
It's nuts.
I never want to see it ever again. But it is.
Tell me,
absolutely.
did you save the placenta and eat it up?
Oh fuck no, dude! That's kidding me? That's gross. People.
I kept talking about cooking it up.
When I hear,
Did you do this, Max?
No, they wouldn't let me. But Mike, do you remember? Servant.
Wait, hold on.
Makes placenta dessert.
Hold on.
Wait,
Would
you tried to get it?
Hold on. Would you have done this if they allowed you?
Yeah, why not?
I would.
Yeah,
It's supposed to be very healthy.
I would
Hey.
never, ever do.
Get all those nutrients.
Seen the
you
thing,
know?
dude? No way. It is gnarly, dude. It is so crazy.
What are you gonna put
It's
it in a taco? Like, what do you got the?
Yeah, get them flavored, the tortilla tacos. Yeah,
Grill it up.
hard shell that shit up.
Just grill it.
I did just get
don't
a.
know. I would have
Blackstone,
obviously
so-
looked up like how to properly prepare it.
What are you gonna
Put into a
Hey
Taco
guys,
Bell.
welcome to YouTube. Today I'm gonna
I
show
bet
you how
there's
to
I
prepare
bet there's
placenta.
probably tons of videos on
We're
it.
gonna make some.
Hello, everybody. It's
placenta, all right?
Benji with Babish. Let me show you how to cook up a placenta.
Oh no.
Please like
He's
and
doing
subscribe.
this. There's got to be a movie scene
what's
with it,
the one
right?
guy
That
who
he could
makes
tie it into.
I was gonna say, what's the guy who is that the guy who makes the things from popular media? He'd be like, "Hey guys, this is
Yeah.
the placenta casserole as seen in regular show."
Yeah, like it would be in a, he would have a TV clip play at the start. He probably would have done servant, because the guy in that show is a chef, and he
Yes.
he
Ron
cooks up the
Weasley?
placenta as a big dessert. No, Ron Weasley is not the chef. He is the brother.
Well, he's the main character of that show in my mind when I
mean,
think about that
he's-
show.
Definitely one of the 3 main characters. 4 main
He is
characters.
definitely a main character. He's not the main character. I would not say.
Yeah, it kind of switches between. I would say maybe 3 people, and he's like the main secondary character. But
he's
I would say,
he's always in orbit.
yeah, I would say the husband, wife, and babysitter
Leanne.
are
Yeah.
the main characters. Have you watched that, Logan? You should watch that.
Servant?
Servant's good stuff. Yeah, Servant's good stuff.
I have not watched it yet.
Show's absolutely
Mike,
bonkers. But it's
still
What
trying
if
to
you
work my way
guys hired
through
a servant?
what's up?
What if you guys hired a babysitter, live-in babysitter?
Yeah, if it didn't cost probably $1,000 a week to do that, that'd be great. But,
That'd be so crazy. I can't imagine that.
yeah, I can't.
Having
I could-
someone else live in your house.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess it's weird because
Some
my
16-year-old
I
girl
grew
live in your
I
house
grew
and
up-
take care of your child.
yeah, that's a little different. But I grew up with like my aunt basically had like a maid or whatever, and so I grew up kind of with that. Like she was like, I don't know though. It's weird because now she's like kind of just family now. So I don't. She
Hey,
helps out like
maid.
everybody. So, but anyway, so that isn't having like a housekeeper or something to me isn't like super weird. I don't know, but yeah, childbirth absolutely wild.
Mm.
I don't.
Let me ask
don't
you
know.
this: did you stare into the eye of the storm?
Yes, I did. I absolutely did. I was like, I gotta see it.
Absolutely.
I was
If
like,
she-
dude, this is crazy.
If she's there doing all
I don't
that
know.
work, I gotta pay
It was
attention.
like legitimately terrifying.
I mean, to me, just the idea of it just reminds me of like that scene in The Thing where like something is just molding out of something. Like, was that similar in terms of what it was like?
Like
'Cause-
legitimately just like a head poking out of a thing.
Yeah.
You're
It's
like,
like when
whoa.
the symbiote
And then all of a sudden
encompasses
it's
Peter
like a
Parker.
at least for how it worked for us, it was like a split second thing where it's like the head was popping out and then all of a sudden it just like shoots out. You're like, whoa.
It goes from 0 to there's a baby.
200.
Yeah, it goes so fast.
Dude, I
There-
always
it's
think
all
that-
this build up to get there, and then it's just like I knew it was getting ready to happen when the quantity of nurses increased exponentially in the
Yeah,
room.
there
When
was
it
like a
went
moment.
from one person helping out to 5 people in the room. I was like, oh, this
How
kid's
many,
getting ready to
if
pop.
you don't mind me asking, Max, how many hours was Abby in labor?
Don't mind at all. She like active pushing labor, or like she had contractions for
Like, I guess like an actual like active labor.
we got to the hospital, I want to say like 9-10 o'clock that evening.
Yeah.
They gave her the epidural sometime, I don't know, around midnight 1. So she was kind of from, let's say, just 12 hours. Let's just kind of ballpark it to 12 hours. Active pushing, not, I'd say
Not too long.
5, 6 maybe, if I'm right. I could ask her, but
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
So Amber basically didn't take any drugs for it.
Didn't you
So-
say the epidural didn't work?
Well, she didn't do
Or
is-
she didn't want to do it?
the epidural is the one, is that the back
That's
thing?
the spine thing. The thing
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
she did
freaks
not
me
want
out.
to do she did not want to do the epidural. But
Yeah.
she tried doing other drugs to help with it and
But those didn't work.
nothing worked. But she did not want to do the epidural. So
I
you did
if I was the
basically
one
give
pushing, I
child
don't
care
think
for
I
some
could have done the
drugs.
epidural. I don't
Like,
want anything
Jesus
in my
Christ.
spine.
But yeah, it was just crazy.
Have any of you guys ever had a spinal tap?
No.
No.
Nope.
Is this a band reference?
I mean,
there is
yes.
a
Or are you
band-
talking about a medical, actual medical?
No, there's a
like
medical
you having
procedure
one?
called a spinal tap where they draw fluid out of your
Okay,
spine.
I knew. Yeah, sorry, I knew that. I was trying to see if you were trying to bring it back to music,
No,
or if you
no, this
yourself
is-
have had a spinal
I have
tap.
had
Okay,
a
there we
spinal
go.
tap. Actually, it's
Okay.
real weird. I
Yeah.
don't
Oh, it can't-
recommend.
I don't want anything.
I
in my
will. I
spine.
will say this though, Max. Like you're like, oh no, it's fine. I felt nothing. You are so numb. They're like, all right, we've done the spinal tap. I'm like, you went in? What the heck?
I don't.
Those
I just
the-
it's a knowledge is the curse. I
I
know
know.
how
It was-
vital the
it-
spine is, so
was-
I don't want anything in it.
It was the same thing for me too. I was very freaked out by it. But as soon as they put that numbing stuff in me, I was like, dude, I feel absolutely nothing. They could chop me in half with a chainsaw right now. I wouldn't know it. Like,
Oh,
but yeah, other than
Gotcha.
that, I mean, like, daddy life has been good.
That's good.
Kind of. I was kind of bummed that I had to go to work so quickly, but other than
Yeah.
that, it was all right. I
I
had
was
like
gonna s-
2 weeks.
I was gonna say, so like in terms of the time that you had, off, but then also getting back into sort of a routine, how has that change been?
So from my side, it's really not all that bad. It's for Amber, it's the bad one because she has to like do we're not breastfeeding, but we're using breast milk.
Sure.
You're pumping.
She-
Yeah.
So she's pumping like every 2 hours, so she has to like wake up like in the middle of the night to do that. And then sometimes I'll like if the baby wakes up or whatever. For the most part, I guess she's kind of been on point with everything, but I wake up and we'll help her out or something like that. But otherwise, I always wake up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning anyway, so it was already. I basically take care of her from like 3 a.m. until I have to go to work. So,
I see.
which isn't really all that different, other than that I have to take care of a baby instead of play video games or watch TV or something. So
You just do it at the same time.
I've tried, dude. It was fine the first like couple weeks. It was very like doing that was like so easy, and now it's impossible. You cannot play a video game if you're watching a baby. It's not very easy to do.
I got to get you one of those backbones. Just put your phone into your.
I've actually been thinking about it. The backbone. That's something I've been like very, very.
But
Get the
why not get a
PlayStation
PlayStation Portal?
No.
Yeah.
How much is that in comparison? I guess
$200.
It's $99
$100
to
difference.
use
200.
your phone.
It's
Backbone
$200.
Yeah.
The backbone for the iPhone is $100.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, I
you
thought it was
can't-
like 80 to 100.
But you can't
mine.
use your phone.
What do you
You
mean?
can't use your phone, and you don't have. People say use the backbone all the time, and then I look at the backbone. I'm like, dude, those controllers look terrible. Like, I think they just.
I've tried Mario's.
Are you
It
talking about this
doesn't-
one?
Yeah,
I've
I
tried
just don't
that.
think- like, it looks serviceable, but it doesn't look good.
No. Like, you know what you gotta do? You just gotta have a spare phone. You just have to have two phones in order for this to work. You don't have to worry about it, you know?
I have no doubt that the Portal is going to feel more comfortable in the hand just because it's a dual sense and split.
Yeah.
Like in a dual sense, very comfortable. So I'm sure it's more comfy. I just don't like not having my phone. Like I'd have to I'd have to swipe out of the game to go look at something or check something. Like I'd rather just have the phone be a phone and the game thing be a game thing.
I think we talked about this the last time about like not wanting to be on phones as much anymore, like while we're playing games. And I think that's maybe the answer is just have the phone.
The phone be the game.
Yeah.
But see, then I don't
That's how you
know.
play
'cause
Resident Evil
then
4, you know?
You're gonna get
Or-
a text or a notification. It's gonna come in over your game, and it's like just
No, so
put it away.
there's just game mode. that
Well,
literally
yeah, I
turns
could
all that on,
game
so-
mode or do not disturb. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
I'd rather have the phone be the phone.
Or hear me out. You could play League of Legends, which requires your full undivided attention, and then even
That's
if you
not
get
true.
a message, you're not responding to it.
I just
You
need
just
to
put
play-
AFK in the chat, right, Grant?
No,
No.
you just uninstall it and never
Here's the
play
thing.
it.
When you play League of Legends, you don't want to check your phone.
What happens if I type AFK in a game of League? What would the
They-
other players on my team do?
Nothing.
Just report you and move on.
Yeah.
I was gonna
surrender.
Say, you act like it'd be like some grand event. That's like
No, like if you left in the middle of a match, maybe not a super heated moment, but it's like it's vital. But you just left. Like, what would the response be?
Max. That's like, I mean, Grant can
That's-
attest to this. That's nothing. Like
Yeah.
within the grand scheme of things that I run across in League every week, like back when
Every
I used to play,
week?
back when I used
Sir.
to play a
Oh
lot.
no!
I don't play.
Don't you have
Oh,
kids
this
too?
man's
Two of 'em.
slipping. This
I
man's
haven't played-
slipping.
You can look up my profile. I haven't played in months or weeks.
Look up the, well, that went drastically
What?
down.
Dude, I don't know.
Hours.
I haven't
No,
played in
here-
hours, guys. I haven't played in hours.
Here's the problem. I don't know what time is anymore. Like in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, me and Grant played the other day, and then I'm like, wait, was that 3 months ago or 2 weeks ago? I don't have like any concept of time anymore.
How's that possible? You don't have a child.
Dude, I am like it says that I last played a month ago. Looks like I played 4 games one day. And then other than
That's
that,
a month too soon.
prior to that, I last played 2 months ago. And then prior to that, I had not played all year.
You should have kept that going.
So
Mhm.
There are prime daddy games, as I'm going to call them.
Yeah, where you
The
play
Last
as
of
a
Us?
dad.
No, that would be a terrible dad game. It's
I-
terrible.
Would it be a terrible dad game?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's not. Everything needs to be mission based. If it's like a thing, it needs to be mission based.
Oh, you're actually talking mechanically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
L-
So
Can I-
that's what I'm saying. Armored Core 6, perfect. It's a
Okay.
perfect dad game. All right, because it's short, like 5-minute missions or so, and you're done. You're in and out.
Mhm.
Fighting games also pretty good.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Uh,
Did you get Mortal
If you
Kombat
keep
1?
your cool, I
Yeah,
can
I played
imagine
Mortal Kombat 1.
if you got hyped, it'd be a bit trickier.
For what?
Fighting game? If you're
Fighting
getting,
game
like,
is
hyped.
easy if you're playing like so. If I'm playing Mortal Kombat 1, if I'm doing like the invasions mode where it's like literally like 30-second matches,
Mm.
it's nothing. Online is different.
Mhm.
Online you're playing sets that probably takes around like 5 minutes or so. You could probably get one set in, and that's good.
There
You
you
get
go.
one set in until they wake up.
Sir, may I interest you into a game called Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, where you could play as many missions as you want?
You
It's
know,
true.
That is
here's the
that's
thing.
very true.
I would love to play a game like that.
Yeah.
If the game actually played like good at all.
I mean, Peace Walker does.
Peace Walker is pretty good on Xbox.
I mean, you could play. You could
Does it
also
play
play
like-
Phantom
does it play
Pain.
like
Phantom Pain's
3?
mission based.
it plays like 3.
Then
Like,
I don't like
good
it.
3. Good 3. Not like PS2. What is it? Didn't they have like 3 versions on PS2
Of 3?
of 3? Isn't there like
No,
An
but there's
updated
two.
camera?
There's two versions of 2 and there's 2 versions of 3. But
One-
they don't
there's
change the controls.
substance and subsistence.
Subsistence, yeah.
Yeah.
got it?
And they just add. They're just additional content.
But
Better
I've
camera support.
I've been trying to play Alan Wake
Mm.
in preparation for
But not mission
the
based.
only good video game
Kind
that's
of.
coming out in October. And I cannot even get like 5 minutes into it, like in the morning. So I'm like still on chapter 3. I think I've played it 3 times, and I've only gone through like 20 minutes of that chapter. Like
Oh,
I've turned
no.
it on
That
3
sucks. In
times.
my mind, I feel like you'd just be able to play games constantly
That
No.
is not the
because
case.
they just sleep.
No, that's not true at all. It's the opposite.
I feel like
At
that's
least
what
for me.
everybody's told me. They're like, "Oh, the baby sleeps, and then they wake up and they want some food, and then they
It's
go back
like
to
that.
sleeping."
It's like that for like, at least for us, it was like that for like the first like 2 weeks, and then she like sleeps for like very small intervals, and then we'll just wake up. And
Now,
sometimes you could get away with like sometimes I could get away with like standing up. I got a new system where I stand up, I hold her. This is great for audio listeners, of course. But I hold her like this.
Listeners,
Listeners in general.
non-visual listeners.
That's a good one. I'll hold her like I'm doing a Zercher. I don't want to say it's a Zercher squat because it's not a Zercher squat. But I have her, and I guess that's also not a good. Only Grant maybe knows what that means.
Yep.
But I hold her like in between the creases of my, like whatever this is. I don't know what this is. It's
Your
not your
elbow.
elbow, but opposite of elbow.
Elbow
Inner
pit,
elbow.
whatever you
your
want to call it.
inbo.
Elbow pit? Yeah, the inbo. The embo. I put her there, like on both arms, and then I hold the controller like that, and then I'll play while standing up and like swaying her. And I'll do that, and sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't though at all, and I'm like, all right, we're done. And then
I like
we watch. We've been
You're
just,
swinging her like you're almost about to do a suplex. By the way, you just got her like.
I mean,
this.
yeah, basically, it's almost like a weird curl.
Yeah.
But we'll like just watch. I'll either just watch people play games or I'll watch like a podcast or something because I don't have to pay attention to it.
Got you.
So like I've been watching Andy Cortez like Lies of P because I'll never be able to play that game. But that game looks. I played like I think like 2 or 3 bosses of it. That game's rad, but I'll never play it.
I've heard people say really good things about it, but I also legally can't play it until I play Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I will never play Lies of P.
Why not?
No, yeah, I know. them.
I find the whole Pinocchio thing just stupid.
I mean, it's like
Wait, what?
No, I don't
Ugly.
want.
Why are we listening to Max's opinion on this? It's a Souls-like. He won't ever
It's
play
not. It
Souls-like.
has nothing to do with the gameplay or mechanic. It's the idea of like you're
It's re-
Pinocchio
it's
out there
honestly,
killing
like,
big
not- it's-
puppets.
like-
Sounds so stupid to me.
I
I
think
can't do it.
I'm kind of
Isn't
with
it-
you, but
Oh, I'm Geppetto, and you're a real boy, Pinocchio. Now take this chainsaw and
Is
go
it
kill
just
my other
because
puppets.
You just have the Disney version in your mind and you can't
Yeah.
think of anything else?
I mean, that's the only version I have in my mind too.
Because isn't
Pretty
like
much.
the story
I
of
don't know.
Pinocchio, like when they go to that island with the donkey kids, like it's actually really fucked up. Like
I mean,
kind of cursed.
it is in the Disney movie.
Well, I'm gonna look
Not
that
as.
up real
I mean,
quick.
the Little Mermaid, the real story, she turns into sea foam at the end and dies. So you
what's
know,
what was the live action one? Is that Jonathan Taylor Thomas, the live action one?
of Pinocchio.
I think the one from a long, long time
Oh
ago.
my
yes.
I was gonna
god!
say,
you just
yes.
unlocked a memory in my mind.
That
I thought you were
movie.
talking about the new
that
Tom
his?
Hanks one that came out.
Is that no? No.
You're-
This
You're
is
right,
like
though.
from the
You're
90s.
right. You're right. You're right.
Is it Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good.
I remember this on VHS tape.
From Home Improvement. Bleh.
Yes. Wait, who else is in that other than him?
I'm looking it up.
The whale.
90. Is it 90?
You say that again, please.
The Adventures of Pinocchio.
The
that's what-
whale.
The Adventures? Is that
The
what it is?
Adventures of Pinocchio is what it's called. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Rob Schneider. Let's go.
What?
dude.
Rob
Yeah.
Schneider.
This
What a good movie.
Republican leader Rob Schneider?
Yes.
Republican
Oh.
leader.
Yeah. Like,
Martin Lando.
oh, I met
this
him.
I just put it in the box or the
Oh,
chat.
I know this.
This box art, this VHS tape box lives in my brain.
Yes. I agree.
I know, like it's so vivid to me.
Yes. I used to watch that movie.
I don't even
quite a
have to look it up because I know exactly what it looks like in my brain.
bit. That's the only Pinocchio here. Oh no.
But again, same thing though. It doesn't matter in the end. Just the idea of I'm a real boy, going around killing other puppets, Mega Man style in a Dark Souls world sounds truly stupid to me.
Honestly, it only uses like character names and like the idea that you are like a puppet or whatever. But other than that, it's really
I
has
think
nothing
I
to
think
do
it's
with
a cool
Pinocchio.
idea to use something that is in public domain like that.
Yeah.
Like
the
that's
same way that,
my
like,
sort of take.
Everyone, Winnie the
Alice
Pooh enters the
Madness?
public domain and everyone's going nuts. And it's
I
just
love
like,
that. I
everyone
love
just
that somebody
calm
did that.
down. Can't wait for the Winnie the Pooh souls like here in a couple of years.
And there's like old, yeah. I
Can you
think
imagine Christopher Robin
Yeah,
going
you gotta,
around. Each one of his dolls are a boss.
you got a
Rad.
gut piglet, got a skin rabbit, the whole deal.
Owl.
The
dude,
wonderful
I
thing
mean,
about Tiggers,
it's very good,
Tiggers
yeah,
are
honestly,
wonderful things.
You're saying that this is stupid. That sounds amazing to me.
It sounds so dumb to me.
Got Eeyore.
It
got-
feels like just taking a child, like a generally child-focused IP, and just turning it into a mature, dark, gritty thing.
You know
just
what?
because you can.
You know what? I'm gonna call out Max out here. You know why he's got a hard on against Liza P? Think about it, folks. Think about it for 2 seconds. I think Michael can put the pieces together here. Think about it, Michael. Michael, how have you played Liza P?
How have I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
have
What is
not.
the
Demo?
service that has allowed you to play?
Of course.
Oh, there's a demo for the game.
Of
No.
course. This is the big brain.
It's
this is why I love-
Xbox Game Pass. Max is just
No.
a Game Pass hater.
Next thing
I
you're gonna
didn't
say
even
is
know it
Spoon
was. I didn't even
video
know it was on Game Pass. Ever since I heard Pinocchio Souls-like, I was out. I was like, nope.
Did you?
I gotta be honest. Like I've played so many video games nowadays in my life. Like when people are like, "It's the 14th installment in the long-running franchise," I'm like, "Nope. I think I'm good." Like the new Assassin's Creed is a good example of that. This Assassin's Creed is like the ones you grew up with. It's like, nope, I've not been asking for that. No, thank you. But when somebody's like, "Hey, bro, we made Souls like that's Pinocchio," I'm like, I think maybe I'll play that game. Like, I'm just looking for things that are honestly different. Like, and I know Souls likes
I was
specifically.
gonna say it's the only thing that's
Souls
different
likes-
about it is it's using Pinocchio.
No, I
Sure,
mean, like,
sure.
It's like,
And I'm
it's
not-
definitely got a different like mechanic system. I mean, it really is like Sekiro and Bloodborne together, which is kind of cool.
And I want to make this clear. I'm not just saying this about this Pinocchio game, but it's just kind of anything in general nowadays because everything is so franchise focused. Like I thought the other day I was sick this past week and I was like, okay, how can I kill the time and sit here on the couch? I can catch up on some TV shows and movies. And I went to like go watch some Marvel movies and I was like, I can't do it. I just can't do it right
I
now.
still haven't watched
I think I'm done. I think I
You
gotta be
just have to
done.
watch Guardians. That's
I do
all
just
want
have
you
to watch
watch.
Guardians.
That's all. Like I know you'll like it.
And I know I
Guardians
like it too.
totally okay. It's totally fine. Guardians 3. Logan, don't get your hopes up. You're gonna watch it and
I
be
like
like, you know what?
I mean, I'm somebody who
I am done with
believes
Marvel. That's what you're gonna
Guardi-
say.
no, I was gonna say that I'm somebody who thinks Guardians 2 is like maybe the best MCU film. I love that movie.
Guardians 2 is really good.
It's really underrated.
I rewatched it several times now since Endgame, and then after trying to get back into for 3, I rewatched it. It honestly holds up differently than I remember it.
It's really good
for sure.
It's really good. I don't know why people have hated on that movie for a long time. Like I feel like it's got a lot of
people hate on it. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it's my favorite, but
everybody
it's good.
has always been like, "Oh, the first one's better." I'm like, I don't know.
The first one's got its moments. Like I still think it's still. When you think of Guardians, you're gonna think of the first one, but Guardians 2 is actually not bad of a follow up for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I will
But
watch
then
it.
also
also
the
the song Brandy in that movie. It's very good.
it's very good.
It's like
Very
how
good
I
use
kind of want to watch Ahsoka, and
It's good.
I
Nope.
just never will.
Nope.
Just never
Nope.
will. I like think about. It, I'm
I'm
like,
good.
well,
Do you know
And I'm
why?
like-
You know why I think I'm enjoying Ahsoka? I still have
Because you
one
know
episode to
nothing
go.
about Rebels.
I know
Okay.
nothing about it.
But I feel like I have not seen anybody say, I've never seen Rebels and I like this show. Everybody who I've seen like Ahsoka's like, oh my gosh, it's like a reference to this one episode of the Clone Wars, dude. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I can't do it.
I don't. All I know is she's Anakin's Padawan, and that's it. That's all I know.
How many
I
episodes have you
do
watched?
like how much? How much have I watched of it? I only have one left, so I've watched 8 episodes.
I've seen the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I do like the Sith man, who I found out died this year. I was like,
He
dang,
did.
he's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
What was his
He was
name?
like
he was
just
the Punisher.
his
Yes,
appearance,
yeah, yeah.
like his design as a
Yes.
character, I think is really it was a cool Sith
He-
vibes.
You know what fucking sucks? So that actor's been around forever. He's actually in Thor as well. He plays one of the
I
married
was
guys.
looking up his filmographies and
Yeah.
quite a few Thor movies and stuff.
And he was the Punisher movie. That's actually not terrible. I rewatched it for MC University.
the war one.
Warzone.
War-
It's got Psychosocial from Slipknot as one of the songs. It's fucking
Yes.
great. Anyways,
Yeah, that movie fucking rips, dude.
dude, there's like this thing.
You're telling me Slipknot music is in a Punisher film? Okay. Have
like-
my attention.
It's pretty good. McNulty from The Wire's in it. It's pretty decent.
Oh.
It sucks that it felt like he put like his heart and soul in this role and then just sadly passed away. And I'm like, damn, this is gonna be the thing he's remembered for. And yeah,
How did he die? Did he kill himself?
no known thing. I think maybe
Okay.
just sickness, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
But it hasn't been anything like, oh my god, he mysteriously died. It was just he died.
Interesting.
Isn't
Yeah.
it crazy
So
that there's a Mario game coming out in like a couple weeks?
Without
the same
Mario
day as
in it.
Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, that is the same day as Spider-Man.
When is Spider-Man?
You could
come out?
the same day as Mario.
I don't know when any of those.
The
games-
17th?
The
Yeah.
20th. It's Friday.
Okay.
It's a Friday.
I just
It's
know
a
it comes
week
out.
from Friday.
You heard I said a couple weeks. That's like in a week from now.
Yeah, it's a
Gonna
week
be
from Friday.
It's gonna be so weird when Spider-Man comes out. I'm just like there's just such a connective gap now between like when people will start talking about that
I told
game.
you he could just tell us all about it right now.
I'm not gonna tell you anything about it, but I beat it.
Tell us all about it.
I beat it 10 days ago. So in my mind, like people are already like, "Oh, Spider-Man, can't wait till it's here." I'm like, "Wait, that's a thing?" Like I've been done with it for a bit now. I got the platinum last night, so
Now you could tell us about Alan Wake 2, a game you're playing totally right now.
I'm not actually, and I really wish I was. I really
Look-
wish I was.
Yeah,
So
it is.
hopefully soon. That's why I rushed through Metroid Prime in 2 days.
yeah,
I heard
I
that
need-
game's good. Is that game good?
Not
Stop.
really.
Don't talk to me. Don't say anything. We're supposed to talk about this. You
I heard
tell
it's
Mike
bang.
all what you think. Just don't talk to me about it.
I heard it's a banger.
It's
Uh,
probably one of the worst video games of all time.
It is.
Do you really mean that?
No.
No.
Listen to the next episode of Chapter Select going live in
sometime in
March
spring
2024.
2023.
2024.
23.
I guess going back to it again because this started with me talking about good dad games. Yeah, anything basically story based is like a terrible dad game. I'm so happy.
So
I
the
played
Mario. So
Red
you're going to
Dead
be playing
Redemption
Mario
2.
instead of Spider-Man
Did. Probably.
because Mario's level based.
Yeah, it would be a much easier game to play. No, I'm gonna play Alan Wake 2. That's what I'm going to play. That is the game I am buying this
Good,
month.
but so I have some,
I need to
Actually,
we have the same
Mike-
problems, Mike.
Mike, the best. game
How
you
do
should
you
play-
plan on doing that?
I'm
You're
just
talking about how you can't you play 20 minutes in chapter 3 for Alan Wake 1 here. Like, what's your plan?
I'm gonna stay up. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make time. I gotta make time
Yeah.
for it. I need that
Yeah.
game.
I know what it's
Game
like.
so bad.
It's like, I gotta play this or I want to play this.
It's like the only game that is actually like actively. I'm always like I want to play it so bad.
Yeah.
Out of
Yeah.
anything out of here.
It looks really cool.
More than Spider-Man 2. More than even Yakuza that's coming out later this year. That's the game I want.
Look at Logan nodding
Actually,
down there. I don't
Mike,
know.
I actually got to ask Sam Lake what he thought of Twin Peaks on Kind of Funny.
Oh yeah, I
answer-
watched the episode.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I just want to watch. I just want to play that game too.
And
so
now I've been
fucking
thinking
bad.
about watching Twin Peaks.
There you go.
Like,
That's a
wanna-
much easier thing to
like,
do
if I
than play a
If I can't
story-based
play
video
Alan
game with
Wake,
baby.
I'll just watch.
Yeah, you ain't got Riverdale anymore, so there you go.
Actually, I didn't finish Riverdale yet.
Oh,
I just don't want it to end.
you're savoring.
Yeah.
Oh my god, don't do the cool grad thing where you don't finish the last book of Harry
Saving
Potter.
it. I'm saving it. I don't want to know. I just gonna save it forever. It's never
Yeah.
ending.
The game I was gonna say that you should definitely play is El Paso Elsewhere.
Dude, I think that is that game good. I think it
game's
looks really
fucking
cool.
Awesome. It's so.
I showed
good.
that to
is
Max
that
the other
that-
day. He's
Oh,
like,
that's
I
the
don't
Max
like
Payne
this.
game that I don't like the look of. I think
That is
bad
fine.
looking.
Just play it. It plays fantastic. It plays so good.
But if it could play fantastic, but if my eyes are gonna hurt while I'm looking at it, then that's
It's-
not gonna have fun with it.
you will get past it the moment you start playing the game. The story's really great.
But
The
it's
conversations
so
are fantastic.
ugly.
Oh,
God,
you know-
you just hate indie games.
Mario. While you're here, Mario,
Yes.
are you going to Game Awards?
Am I
Yeah.
going to Game Awards?
Are
Yeah,
you
you're gonna-
coming?
Are you coming with
to
me?
Oh,
Nashville?
to you guys. Yeah. To just watch it with you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good, because we didn't
Am I,
know.
am I picking you up?
Yeah,
you can do that. Are we
according-
driving? Are we driving down? What are we doing?
I'm definitely
Mike-
driving.
Mike is driving.
I got a new
Alpha.
car.
Grant, what are you doing, Grant? Are you driving or are you
I mean, it's a
flying?
4-hour drive if I move down there, so it'll be quicker to get there.
When will you potentially
drive.
move into your place? I know you said that there's like a date.
October
October.
28th is what I was told verbally, but they have not sent me written confirmation, so it's annoying the crap out of me because I don't want to make any plans or anything until there's a piece of paper that
That's
says
only like
sign
in
here.
3. That's like 3 weeks.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, this full week,
Yeah, take your
next full week, and I'll take a couple days off that week to move all in.
Is there a day where they would give you an answer in writing?
They need to like probably by this Friday, worst case. And I've been calling them in the morning, a few hours after they're open, and an hour before they close.
That is
No
not
answers,
cool.
voicemails. I'm like, this is the worst apartment deal I've had to mess with. It's obnoxious.
They're just not even answering.
They're not even like responding at all. I've sent emails, left voicemails. It's insane.
Oh, that is not good. Do you
But
know
they've
someone
updated-
local that could go to the office?
I'm probably about ready to have my friend who lives like 2 minutes from the place go there. But they also updated their website, all this stuff. It's like a legit place. I
Right.
have friends that
but-
live like in that same company's apartments, but yeah, it's weird. The latest thing I found out, because I can tell you the last time I got an email from them on my brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You get the titanium one?
Did you break it yet?
No, I got the black one.
Did it overheat yet?
Well, it's made of titanium. Titanium.
Yeah, they're shattering.
The
All over
last
the place.
email I got is when they announced my apartment move was going to be delayed because it was originally August 15th. Was on July 6th of 2023.
That is insane.
And then since then, they have not responded to anything. So
Who knows if they?
we'll
even
find
exist?
out.
I would be losing my mind.
I am losing my mind.
Wait,
It's the
excuse
worst
At least
part
you
of this.
have-
I just realized what today is. You said October. What was when you were going?
No, he said June.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like in 3 weeks, the 28th.
What? You're supposed
He's supposed to move in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I'll say this in Grant's behalf. All this stuff I assume is packed up and just ready to go whenever.
Yep, pretty much. Except for up here, I just have to disassemble 2 tables and box up a few things. That's it.
That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, but still the notion of moving, like,
Well,
I
it's
get that you
more
don't have
that-
to
it's
pack
more-
it all up again, but
It's more that he doesn't know if he's gonna be able to move.
exactly.
hmm
It's only
Yep.
like 2 weeks. That's crazy.
Are they like
So-
renovating those places, or is it like a new?
Yeah, so
complex?
it's an old J.C. Penney's building that they're renovating to apartments.
Dude, that place is gonna be
I have a buddy in commercial real estate, and he's been saying that that's a thing, that people are like companies are taking malls and department stores and turning them into
No,
apartments.
these are like 1910s or 1890s, like old school
oh, that's
stores.
really old.
Yeah, like a really old J.C. Penney store. So, and I got a 2-bedroom for under $1,000. 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. So,
What?
and it's like 1,000+ square feet. So I'm like, this is insane price wise.
Okay, I'm moving into Grant's building. Everybody selling the
Well,
house.
Grant doesn't even know if he's moving into his building. So
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm moving at this rate. But the thing is, if it gets pushed the next year, I have enough money to put a down payment on a house there. So I will do that instead if it
I was
gets
gonna
pushed
say
to next year.
you've not been paying rent for how many months now? 2, 3.
August 28th. So a little over a
Okay,
month.
so just September and this month. It'll
Yeah.
be this month. But dude, when you're not paying rent, it's crazy how fast you save up money. Like
Yeah.
when I lived at home last year for
I
2
don't
months,
remember
I was
not
like,
paying rent.
well,
remember
I
last
I
time
had to
didn't
pay for rent.
I had to move home with my parents for like 2 months last year because I was in a similar situation as Grant. And like I was like, oh wow, I'm rich now. And then immediately all those expenses go into the place I'm moving into.
Mhm.
I was gonna say.
I gotta
the
drop
last time I didn't pay
probably.
rent was before I got married.
yeah, rent. What a dream.
I'm trying to think.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
At least you have a mortgage now.
No, don't say that. That's yeah, dude.
The best. I'll say this though, Mike, because you bought your house in 2020.
Yeah, our percentage what's
Interest rates.
Yeah, the interest rate is very good. So
Well, what I was gonna say is you also haven't. Your interest rate's good. That's great, but you also didn't deal with the rent increases during the COVID times. Because like
that's true.
our rent went up. I think it was 500, and then before we moved out this time, it was going to go up another 500. Like that's
That's-
$1,000. Basically, that's $1,000 in 2 years.
That's crazy. We did move
also Florida.
because they kept on increasing our rent $100 every year. When we were living at that other apartment, I think only Logan had ever been to that apartment, if I remember correctly. So it's like across the street
But-
from the Great America.
So you've been locked in though, which is good for you,
yeah, well,
especially the last 3 years.
yeah. So instead, yeah, we were living with my brother-in-law for like 2 years. Was it a year or 2 years? I don't remember. But yeah, it's all right. Having a house is good until it's not. You know.
Yes.
Then it sucks.
Yes.
Until you have to mow a yard.
exactly.
Throw a
Until you
yard,
have to mow- yeah, then you have to do your yard. You're like, "Fuck."
fucking doors fall off hinges. That's happening with me right
Not
now.
that this is why you pay rent, because you have people just do this for you.
You got to
Yeah.
mow the lawn.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of living in my current neighborhood because people keep yelling at me for my dog pooping in their yard, even though I then pick up the poop.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. People are crazy.
This has
I would-
happened like a couple times within the past month. I'm like,
Maybe they just assume you're not going to pick it up.
some lady the other day yelled at me because she thought my dog pooped in her yard, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, and I was like, I would just like a house now, like in the middle of nowhere. People leave me alone, please.
You go live by me.
I
I'm
can
in
do
the
that.
middle.
Good. Mike lives in the boonies.
Yeah.
I'll go live in Wakanda, Illinois.
Well,
Mhm.
you know, I'm in Wonder Lake, so
Look, speaking of lakes,
Wakanda's actually kind of expensive now.
Look here. I want to show you this.
I want that so bad, dude. I thought
I
about it.
got it.
Thought about buying it.
I got
I don't know what that is. Is that hairspray?
It's the
a thermos.
thermos from Alan Wake.
You collect those in Alan Wake.
Oh,
There's like 100 of them you collect around the world,
That's from
Oh,
that,
and then
Cool,
you get a
another game I
platinum
haven't
trophy.
played.
that's from like a finished country.
Did you just
right?
say you get a platinum trophy?
That game has 10 platinum trophies in it. It's the world's first. Oh my goodness, the world's first
Multi-plat.
multi-plat game. That's how cool Sam Lake is.
I can't tell if you're implying that there's an in-game thing called a platinum trophy, or if you have referred to it as a PlayStation game. Although Alan Wake, given Logan logic, I would think you would always think of Alan Wake as an Xbox game because that's where it came to. Like you think of BioShock.
This
Mass
is true.
Effect as Xbox games.
This is true.
Alan Wake is a Xbox game. It is.
It is an
Yeah.
Xbox game. Microsoft
But
still
you're
owns the
playing.
IP
But
in my brain.
So were you implying though that it was a PlayStation game? Is what I'm trying to
no,
understand.
I'm just being goofy. is all.
Okay.
I am playing the remaster on PlayStation though, and it feels wrong.
As God intended.
It feels wrong.
I bought that with you guys the last time we were all together.
I remember that actually.
This was before I was a father. So much has changed.
Actually,
Wait, you were
Logan.
Yes.
you weren't at Nashville last year?
No, he
because
wasn't.
she was
was
just
not.
born. She was born at the end of September, so she was only a couple months old, and we didn't have the money for me to come up. So I did not see you guys last year, but I will be there this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna
My
definitely try
ticket
to
is booked. No
make
matter
my
what,
way
I'm
out
going to be
there.
in Nashville.
I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do because I can schedule out the days. That's fine. I just need to know how what days I can take off
I think I was gonna head over there on a Wednesday.
on a Wednesday.
So the day before Game Awards.
Okay.
I'm
Wait.
flying in Tuesday night. Logan and I, we're going to hang out on Wednesday. Mike,
Then
are
I will
you-
get there Monday.
Okay. you can beat
What
me.
Max and I are gonna do is drive around the Tri-County area and look at pawn shops and video game stores.
Absolutely.
And we're going to fight each other in
Wowee.
Castlevania Judgment.
Oh yeah, we have to do that and maybe fight each other in the Pokemons as well.
Perhaps.
Maybe we could do I'll say this. We could talk about this obviously off air, but we should start planning out our
Ultimate.
our super teams. Yes.
Yeah.
And then we can do
The great. But
Does-
but that would mean we have to do the great transfer.
the great
before.
the great Poke migration through the powers of the Pokebank, which is actually really easy to transfer everything over. I have found it's easy from 3DS to Switch. From
Sure.
everything
that is
else,
true,
maybe not
but
so much.
DS to 3DS, and then each game individually on 3DS to the bank is not.
Well, not only that, but you have to. I mean, Grant can probably speak to this, but don't you have to also transfer everything to? Is it Black and White 2, or is it just the Black and White games, Grant?
I think it's just. I think you have to go.
Black
to
and white
2.
games, you go catch them out in the wild and then move them to the bank or whatever, then whatever, continue on.
Okay.
The whole transfer stuff. It's a lot.
It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a
It's
lot.
insane.
Thankfully, I will only have.
As
to
long as you get them from
transfer-
fire red, leaf green.
You could always
Well,
get the
ooh.
same.
No, because I can't get my stuff off leaf green because I don't have diamond or pearl.
Well, you could get
in the
Diamond or
PAL
Pearl,
part.
but you'd also have to play the whole game through again. You could probably buy a copy of the game though that has a complete save file on it. I would imagine.
I'm not
Yeah.
really hankering to have my leaf green Pokemon on there right now.
What? I can't believe we've played almost all the Pokemon games in 18 months. Is that unhinged?
A little bit.
Disturbing.
No, that's like a month journey at most.
It's like you played the same game.
I was gonna
for
say
18
Grant's
months.
like, oh, I've been playing the Pokemon Sun 8 times through in the background while I work lately. I'm like, oh, the life of an IT man.
No, it's now RuneScape. I just play old RuneScape and click button, watch number go up, get dopamine rush, and continue on with my day.
I gotta go.
You should
fish
just
it.
play Cookie Clicker. I love
The
Cookie.
The Cookie Clicker is basically RuneScape. It's the same thing. I watched a whole video on it. They're like, RuneScape, it's not actual like video game. It's sort of just like Cookie Clicker. You click a button and you progress. That's about it. I'm like, okay, pretty cool.
We're not gonna fit in Logan's house.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah,
We'll get,
this
I have
when
also-
everyone's like, we're going to Nashville. I'm like, this is chaos.
Yeah, I'm realizing that now. We're not gonna fit in there.
Listen,
well, I will
I'll-
say this. My girlfriend has offered us to crash at her place. She has a huge bonus room in her upstairs, and we could get that all situated and stuff. I can't remember if she has her, if she has the kids that weekend
It's-
or not. But either way,
I mean,
So party.
Either
I
way,
don't
I guess
mind
it wouldn't.
children being around.
Well,
It's
either way,
just-
I guess it wouldn't matter because they're going to be there during the weekdays, which is when we'll be in town. So I don't know. My girlfriend's cool. You guys will like her. None of
Yeah,
you
I
guys
am
have met
excited
her,
to
but
meet her.
Abby has.
We're gonna all
Abby-
raise your kids together.
Abby has.
Yeah.
Abby has met
Yeah, Abby met her.
her. You know, like the kids are funny too.
How
I
did-
mentioned
how did
you
Abby
guys will
meet
them
her?
too. Abby was
Logan
in-
took her to the airport.
Abby was in town. As all people do, they come to Nashville for freaking bachelorette parties. And Abby came to Nashville as part of one, and then needed a ride to the airport. And I was with Danielle when she needed a ride, and so we went. And picked her
Logan
up.
was a homie and took her to the airport.
So Abby is the only person who has met her, I think, friend wise, that I can think. I think that's it, actually.
One time you were at her place when we were on a call together, and I did see and talk to her briefly,
Yeah.
but that was just a video call.
Yeah. So Max has communicated with her, but
I'm gonna look at Airbnb right now.
Oh my gosh.
you don't have to book an Airbnb.
I can't
I
afford
wanna-
this.
wanna go to,
Dude,
like,
I have a pull-out. I have room. I have a pull-out mattress. Somebody can sleep in my bed with me.
I have I
I
have 3 inflatable mattresses.
I was gonna say we can throw one of those in here. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. So we've got the big
Logan, what is your
reclining chair out
bathroom
there.
Situation, is it a tub or is it a standing like shower?
I do have a tub, but you're not gonna want to sleep in no
Oh, see,
bathtub.
this has been my dream.
Don't No,
my brain.
Mario,
Do you
please
see
don't.
that?
That
you see that-
sounds
you see that
horrendous
skateboard
for a
right
back.
there? That dude lives in tubs, dude.
Lives in Just want to get woken up. Someone turns the knob. Water hits me in the face. I'm up. I'm up, man.
We'll put a Tito's in there.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Yep.
With my kidneys cut out. Perfect.
Jeez.
Let's go.
Oh my
Please no,
God.
Mario. Please no. Don't do it.
I'm really looking forward to that though. That's really close too. Like that'll be right
Yeah.
around the freaking corner.
What do you
2
think is
months.
gonna win?
Like I said, I have
the
no
winner?
concept of time anymore. It's weird that we're heading towards freaking Halloween right now. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it has not been.
Ham season is almost upon us.
Can't talk.
It
The
came
ham
out
cannot.
before the call.
The ham cannot be discussed
Yeah,
until the
'cause I was
turkey
showing-
has been consumed.
Ham came up before you got on the call.
Then that's
Yeah,
just-
because remember when I showed you the entrance thing to like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Discord?
is that still a thing?
Yeah, I forgot to turn it off. Yeah.
You should have kept it on. I want to keep it on.
The ham
Or just
No,
make,
it'll-
it say,
approach.
We can turn it
Yes.
back on later.
just make it say, "Here it comes now, the big ham."
So it's funny, Logan. I was speaking of our other show and doing things super far in advance. Our Heart Gold episode went up, and I was listening to it very briefly, and we joked about the ham season because we recorded it in November, and I played the sound bite underneath our conversation.
What sound
I
bite? did you
sync up
play?
our trumpets. Yeah, we talked about the trumpets. I
Oh,
synced up the trumpets under the ham.
that's really good, actually.
And it was kind of close in timing, so
I listened back to some of our older episodes, and it's like, have you guys ever? I know we've all done like different podcasts at different times. Maybe Grant's the only one who hasn't. Have you guys ever listened back to like podcasts you did like years prior, and you're like, what the heck am I talking about here? Like,
I listened to a show I did 15 years ago when I was like in 8th grade.
yeah, that's
I
probably.
said crazy things.
I refuse.
Fine crazy, because that could mean a lot of different directions here, Max.
Max is saying
Socially
he deserved to be
acceptable crazy
canceled.
things.
Yeah, he said some. Probably said some bad things.
I recently I was like building out my demo reel to like see all the videos that I've worked on, and I remember going back to some of the conversations we had at DualShockers and listening to that and just hearing like, oh yeah, we were babies back then.
Yeah, it's really strange to think about. Like, yeah, I forgot we used to do that stuff at DualShock.
You guys really loved
Jeez.
Doom Eternal. Like you really loved
We
it.
did love Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
That game is really good.
You shoot
Still.
out of a cannon. Mars, dude. Are you kidding me? Game's
That's
amazing.
that game has
Actually,
now
might
become
be-
my Steam Deck game. That is the game that I still play. Like I'll just put it on.
I actually forgot that you.
How can
get
you
shot out of
play that on a
cannon
Steam
in
Deck in a
the-
portable setting? The game is so long, the Steam
Uh-huh.
Deck would die immediately.
I don't do it in one session. I do like half a level in a session, you know.
I will say,
Half a level.
the last like hour of the game kind of sucks, but
Yes.
otherwise,
Yeah, Final
Isn't
Fight
that
is-
a problem in both it and 2016? Like there's like they flub. at the end of it?
2016? I can't remember how it ends, to be honest.
uh,
don't
They're
think
just
there's-
both bad.
It's a Doom game. You fight a spider and you die. You know, that's all you do. You know, you just keep
Fight a
doing that. Over and
spider?
over. I'm pretty sure you fight a spider or a spider-like creature.
the
I don't
big
know if there's
guy,
any spiders.
big guy, big guy. The
You
brain.
know,
Oh,
No,
I
it's
know
like
what
a
you're
Krang
talking about.
almost.
I know what you're talking about. I know.
I think the only Doom game I own physically is Doom 3 in VR.
I was like the
it.
BFG edition for Xbox.
I could get a copy of Doom behind me in 2 seconds, but that's only because
It's
it's
the only
on
one I own
sale.
physically because I got it for free. See, so Doom 3 in VR
did you ever
physical
finish
edition
Resident
is a
Evil 4 in VR?
GameStop exclusive.
It's not.
Did I
out
finish
yet.
what?
Resident Evil 4 in VR? Because I know you were doing that for. A
Oh,
minute.
you mean the Quest?
I did. I did finish it. I finished after Eloise was born. I woke up one morning and finished it right before they woke up. Like I was beating the game as they were waking up. So that was pretty close. And I want to play it again this winter on PSVR 2.
Absolutely.
So I will have played Resident Evil 4. If I do that, it will be I've played Resident Evil 4 times within a 1 year span, which
Are you the
seems like too
one-
much.
Are you the one who doesn't like the new one?
I'm the one that has issues with the new one, and I think that the VR version will be the way to the best way to play it. See, my
Exactly.
problem was I played VR first, then I played in regular, and then I played the remake.
I think
And
the regular
freedom
one.
of movement in VR is so much better that that's why I prefer it. So, and I think the remake doesn't do a whole lot in that regard of gameplay to remake it. But
I
now
totally disagree
will.
because I think the original one's absolutely unplayable, and the new one is playable. So
I mean, yeah, it's playable. It's just not Leon is so stiff. He's just got lead feet. It's annoying, so annoying. But
I would say
won't
that's
have
the same with
won't
like,
have lead feet in VR. Be able to move and shoot independently. It'll be great. I cannot wait. And I'm still shocked that they put that stuff out for free. I'm like, they should charge so much money. They
You
should
stop.
charge.
No,
Tw-
no. Give it to free.
They
We have
should
to
be
pay, we
free.
pay for games all the
No.
time. What are you saying? You have a child.
What do you mean we?
No, I can't. I'm not. But I don't want to buy it. I'm
You're an
just
Xbox Game
surprised.
Pass subscriber. You don't pay for anything.
This is true.
Yeah,
You don't own
exactly.
anything. You don't own anything.
You don't own anything anyway when you buy it either.
You don't own anything physical anyway because you're just gonna die.
It's
And
true.
then
It's
you'll turn-
Eloise's inheritance.
Nope,
Every-
she's gonna die too. I hate to
Yeah.
break it to you. I know
Yeah.
she's only 1 years old, but
All things fade.
Well,
Louise,
hopefully.
your father has left you this drum set from Rock Band from 40 years ago.
Yo, how about you leave me?
Think
that drum
about-
set? Hey, Max, bring the drum set. Bring it.
Logan
go.
does have his PS3 at his house.
I do.
I have an
I have-
Xbox drum set.
Wait,
I
are we
have-
trying to? Are we trying to play Rock Band?
Let's play Rock Band, dude. Let's do
Yeah.
it. I'll bring a guitar.
Please
and a
don't make
mic.
me travel with a Rock Band
You need a
drum
spare
set on an
PS3, I have
airplane.
one.
Please don't make me do
no,
it.
Hold on, we could figure. Don't you have a drum set, Mike?
I don't.
Okay.
Grant
I
has
think,
one, but it's for
does.
the Xbox, and the problem is you need the
I have
outrageously expensive legacy conversion kit.
You
For
gotta get
Xbox.
the cool Xbox stuff. Look, I even got the
I have-
keytar from Rock
I
Band.
would.
I would
I'll
not-
bring the Xbox.
I
I have Rock Band 4 for Xbox and a bunch of downloaded songs.
I would not ever get Rock Band stuff for PlayStation.
Why
Like,
would
it's
you
just-
not?
Because the trophies mean nothing on there.
Yeah.
No, I do.
Because,
Why would you not?
because what's the difference? Like you're talking like attachments or whatever. What are you referring to?
That the PlayStation 3 instruments will work on PS3, PS4, and PS5 the way they are, but Xbox, the old instruments, so 360
you need that
instruments, to
adapter.
bring up to the Xbox One, you need a special conversion box.
Yeah,
Didn't
but
they
And that
give
box
that away
goes for
free?
hundreds of dollars.
I thought they
Yeah,
gave
so
that
did
away
I.
for free for a while if you just reached out to them.
Probably, but
They-
now it is worth
now they wouldn't do
hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
It's
Uh,
crazy.
Also,
That's the
though,
problem. So
the
if
old-
he
how
brings
is-
all that, you have to have a
How are
360 basically.
PS3 era drum kits forward compatible with PS4, but
Whatever-
games aren't?
Whatever
I'm so
dongle,
confused.
like receiver, whatever, the way they built it out, it's consistent between the PlayStations. I don't know. That's
the
why
the problem is
I
that the
wanted Rock Band
1
4.
drum set
That's why I bought Rock Band 4 from you, Logan. Is because I know it works.
Oh yeah. I have Rock Band 4 on PS4 in a bag for Max
We
sitting off.
we
in a
could
corner.
play the entire album. What's the one Megadeth album? Rust in Peace, and the other one too.
Peace sells, but who's buying?
No, wait. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are like the two. They're the two of the biggest ones at least.
Yeah.
We should play Rock Band. That would be fun.
The Rock Band 4 legacy adapter for Xbox One loose is averaging $275.
Just a small loan.
I know this, Max. I've looked into it. I looked
I was
into
gonna-
getting an electric drum set and then getting that thing that you is that the thing that you could connect to like an electric drum set and then you can use that drum set instead of like a Rock Band drum set, so you could use them as
This
the
is
pro
just,
drum set.
I mean, maybe. This is like to hook up the old Rock Band instruments to the new Xbox. So I don't know
Also,
necessarily if this is the thing you're talking about.
I
but
feel like also if I were to get like a Rock Band like drum set, I wouldn't get the Rock Band 1 drum set and I'd get the Rock Band 2 drum set.
With the cymbals?
It's better.
Rock
the
Band
black
3
pads.
introduced the symbols.
No, the
I've
black
learned
pad
all
one.
of this recently.
The black pad with the dots. It was more durable. It was just better.
Yeah, the Rock Band 1 set kind of sucked.
It's like hard and doesn't have any bounce. Wasn't
This one has, I got this at a garage sale, but I think it's missing a symbol because it only came with 2 and all of the product images show 3 symbols. So I'd have to buy a separate symbol.
Oh, that's the other thing. It had the metal kick drum pedal too.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
Rock Band 2.
That's the one I have. The
I was
metal
gonna
kick drum set.
I was gonna say if you guys actually want to play Rock Band, I
You have to
will.
bring it.
Well, no. What I was gonna say is, I will just begin looking out for the stuff to play.
I have
because-
a guitar and I have a mic
Okay,
that I can bring.
because
I have a Beatles guitar somewhere.
Yeah, 2 guitars.
Logan. The question
reason,
is, do you have a 360?
just need an Xbox One.
yes, I do actually have a 360,
Then
but I need
sell
the second half of the power cable for it.
I'm
gosh.
confused. Why are we trying to play it on a 360?
I forgot about the brick.
Because Grant's, well, aren't yours and Grant's instruments Xbox ones?
I bought 2 Xbox 360s a couple months ago, and I
Yeah,
sold
but
one of them
they-
online.
Mine totally works for. I've played Rock Band recently with it on my Xbox Series X.
But aren't
Yeah.
yours the Rock Band 4 instruments?
No, I've had that one since 2.
Yeah. These are the twos.
Here's what I was gonna say. If you guys want to play this,
Maybe
I
you don't need
will
the legacy.
begin keeping an eye out for all of it because, like Max was talking about how much this stuff is worth. Dude, people are still selling this stuff all the time. You just have to look at Facebook Marketplace. Because most of the time, people just want to get rid of it. They're like, "Get this
Yeah.
crap out of my house, taking up room. I don't know why I haven't sold this already." And they look to sell it for cheap. And I haven't. You typically like, even though I've started like selling stuff online that I find and come across sometimes, I never touch that stuff because like shipping it would be a nightmare. So I have seen multiple like really good deals on those
Max,
sets though.
I have a question real quick. Are you thinking like wireless?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Oh no,
about.
I have wired. Well, actually,
That's
mine
why
is-
the legacy adapters for wireless instruments.
so actually, now that I think about it, mine is wireless, but it does work.
I was gonna say, so the adapter is only for wireless, Max, you said?
I'm looking at it right now.
Because the
reading
wired ones
Harmonix
always-
blog post.
The
It's
wired ones always just had normal USB connectors. I thought.
Right.
Like, I don't understand why those wouldn't still work on.
No, those do work. It's so according to Harmonix,
This
Microsoft updated the wireless connectivity security protocol that exists between the controllers and the receiver on the console. And so because of this, 360 controllers and accessories aren't natively compatible with Xbox One. So in order to support the 360 brand of controllers for Rock Band, they came up with a legacy adapter that enables backward compatibility. So that is why it's an issue on Xbox One.
That makes more sense.
And
then.
so
I was
there's
gonna
like
say
a
the
big
wired ones.
compatibility chart and all this stuff. So
What we're gonna play? Okay, we're gonna play Rock Band. I will keep an eye out for all these things.
So
I want to
need
play
find
Guitar
out-
Hero actually. No
Okay,
Rock
well,
Band.
We can play that too.
Let me tell you,
It's so
I
funny.
got the Guitar Hero, the one with the 6 buttons.
Oh,
it's so
gross.
funny you say all this. I do have two
Oh.
of those guitars, Mike.
I know what you're talking about, Mike.
And I just have gone through this whole Rock Band shopping spree, and I have almost everything as far as the games go. And
Oh,
I need one more guitar so I can have a bass. But that's
do you have
it.
the Explorer? Do you have the
What
The
is the
Guitar Hero
Explorer?
2 Explorer. Is that what you're
Guitar
talking
Hero-
about, Mike?
Yeah, yes.
The Guitar Hero 2 Explorer.
That's the best. That is by far the best.
It's probably it's one of the best. Yeah.
whatever
Guitars?
instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Wait,
if it's
it was-
Guitar
it was
Hero
for the
2, it
Xbox.
won't
It
work
was the
with
Xbox
Rock
360.
Band.
Why are
That's
we
not true.
playing Guitar Hero Rock Band? Trombone Champ is a game, and it's now on Switch.
On Switch with multiplayer, right?
The Guitar Hero 2
Yeah.
controller works with Rock Band, Max. I'm like almost certain it does.
On
Yeah, it did.
Xbox, I think.
I-
How much
have
is
the-
Trombone?
It was a
But
wired
not
controller.
on PlayStation, I don't think. Because there was a whole thing we just talked about this, where like compatibility didn't work up until.
Yeah, but that was the
World
Explorer was
Tour.
the Explorer was wired.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Oh, actually, it says it does not work for Rock Band 4.
but that's a Xbox One game. So
That's true.
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. All right.
I've been
We're gonna
trying
do
to get the band together down here, and it turns out I'm gonna have to go to Nashville, the city of
Yeah.
music.
We're gonna do this, even if it makes my neighbor mad. I'll tell him in advance. I'll be like, "Hey, I'm sorry."
Listen, if it gets
Also,
bad, we'll
should-
just poop in his lawn, and just say blame it on the dog. That's exactly what we'll do.
That's true. That's true. That's a really good point. I didn't think of that before.
Is the Jolly Rancher still there on your water heater, Logan?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Can you send a picture of it? Just
You want to see the? You want to see the the Jolly Rancher on the water heater that's melted to
Yes.
the water heater?
I just want
That
to know how
sounds
long
like
it's
a
going to be there.
It's gonna be there my whole life. I moved in here and it was there. I will leave it. It will still be there.
What flavor?
It's
Green?
blue.
I thought it was
No, it's-
green.
No, I think it's blue.
Who wastes the blue one on a water heater?
I don't know.
Good
those are the
riddance.
best one.
Burn the blues.
Those are
Melt
the good
them.
ones.
Blues are the worst.
Wow.
Worst? No way.
Where?
I do
No.
not like blue
The-
candy, blue raspberry candy.
The watermelon flavored Jolly Rancher was the worst.
No, that's good too. Actually,
pink
here's,
one?
Here's the
Pink's
thing.
good. Yeah.
guys, they're all good,
Best
actually.
Jolly Rancher? Apple.
Are you talking
I
like
agree-
green
I
apple?
agree. I agree.
Yeah, green apple
Green
all the
apple.
way.
Wrong. That's
For
fake
sure.
news. It's cherry.
Get out of here, dude. Cherry's the
I mean,
worst
I
flavor.
would,
all
I would, I
time.
would eat a cherry.
No.
Mario, how long have we been recording?
Been going for an hour and 19 minutes.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode of whatever this was. Thank you for listening. I will say this though, moving forward. Let's just remember this for the future. I just like doing a running intro because
Okay.
there's no reason to do welcome to the Model Citizen Show because this show, in a nutshell, is what we just did for like. It's better when we have no like trying to.
I never
host for
introduced this
people.
show.
Yeah.
I have no skin in this game.
Perfect.
I'm just saying because I feel like this is the first time we've done this since our revival here, where we're not like, "Hi, welcome to the show. Let's go around. This is Michael. This is Grant." And it's just better when we're like, okay, like because we're not doing this for anybody other than
Just us,
ourselves.
for the
So.
most part. And you, if you are watching, thank you
I
so
do
much
it for the
watching.
fans.
Yeah, if you are watching, that's great. Thank you.
If you are watching,
And sorry.
If you're watching, go into my DMs. So that's the only way you can reach me, and we can start recording. This
It's the only way you can get hold of Mario is through.
I'll end with this. They asked about what's it called? Margaritaville. Yeah. The
Oh.
reason I knew to DM Mario was because of Margaritaville. Because I DM'd him on Twitter like
Rest
a month
in
or two
peace.
back, and he responded right away, and we started talking for a bit when I was in Chicago playing Mortal Kombat.
That's right.
And he was like 10 minutes. No, you weren't. You were
Oh,
like
you
15
did tell
minutes
me
away
this story.
Yeah, Mario was like 10 or 15 minutes away from me eating at Margaritaville, but they were like about to close and I wasn't back
Yeah.
at my hotel yet.
Was
and I
this-
like
Was this after Jimmy Buffett died?
I think it was like
I think it was before.
four.
I think it was
Yeah.
before.
Jimmy Buffett was like 2 weeks ago, I feel like.
Jimmy Buffett was start of September. This was
Yeah,
like
do I?
mid-August.
Yeah.
So this was like a couple weeks before it happened, I think.
Yeah, it's
as
been
I went to-
August because me and Frank went and we took a picture together at Margaritaville.
Yeah, it was mid-August because that's when I was there playing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And then I remember Jimmy Buffett died when I was at home, which was in September.
Yeah.
So yeah. But could have seen Mario, but it did not
Didn't work out that well.
align. The timings did not align in our favor. Dude, I'll say this. It takes forever to get around Chicago. I guess maybe just I never knew that somehow.
Big city. Giant
It was
city.
taking forever for us to get like 5 miles across town. Like
Yeah.
15 minutes for me to get 5 miles from wherever the heck we were at playing Mortal Kombat back to my hotel.
Yeah.
And so that's why, like, when I got back there,
Time-
Mario's
time
like,
to
"Oh, you
go."
could come over." I'm like, "Dude, I'm like still not even back yet." So
What time were you on the road at that point?
like 5:30 or 6.
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, it was terrible. We were on
Bad
like a
time.
big party bus, and I was like, "This is not. I'm not having a party here. This is not fun." Actually.
Were you hanging out with Jeff Keighley, partying on the party bus?
Jeffrey was not there, to my knowledge. I did see Jeffrey at the Spider-Mans, though. I did see him at the Spider-Mans.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'll say about that.
Mm.
Not that he was doing anything.
Actually, one
he
second,
was just
though.
there.
I was gonna ask you. So you actually didn't speak to him at all?
No.
Because I just want you to ask him about the Chiquatro Man and the fact that you were in the gif of just doing this. If he remembers
yeah.
that whatsoever.
I
Is
should,
that
like,
still-
I should have been like,
Schick
"Hey, Jeff,
Hydro
are you
Man."
bringing back the Schick Hydrobot this year?"
Yeah,
I shouldn't have even told him that, like, I should just like have that picture at the ready. I'll be like, "Hey Jeff, are you gonna bring back the Schick Hydrobot this year? I'm like a huge fan." See what he would say to that.
You should.
See if he would like even notice that that's like me in the picture. He probably wouldn't.
No.
I feel like he's like checked out of life or something. His eyes just glaze over unless he's playing a video game. Jeff, come back to bed. What? Huh? No.
Is that why someone keeps getting on stage? Is it because he's just completely checked out?
Yes, he's not he's not with it enough to even hire security in the first place.
There's probably a betting pool on whether or not someone will walk up on stage during the Game Awards.
Oh, last thing before we go, because I keep saying last thing, but Michael can speak to this because people keep being like, "How does this keep happening at the events? Oh my gosh, this is so crazy." It's like, bro, no one's doing any, like,
No.
Yeah.
Michael and I have been there. There's just nothing. It's like they just
there
rent
should
out
be something on there.
But they just rent out the
no.
theater. And what's weird is when we were there, they had a bunch of people up front, like in front of the stage, but they were like fake seat filler people who were like
Yes.
meant to be like up front, like fake hyping up the concert portions of it, like, yeah, it's Mick Gordon, woohoo, and then like everybody else is behind. Yeah, I don't know. There's like no security in there at all. It's just all production people worried about the show itself.
If there
Like
is
I could have
security,
walked,
a lot of
I
it
could
was
have walked up
outside.
on stage when Kojima was giving his Lifetime Achievement Award speech and just been like, "Yeah, look, you're solid 5. It's a great game," or whatever. Like, there's just nothing. It's
not.
it's strange.
Yeah, it's a pretty scary situation. But yeah, that's probably gonna happen again. Probably. I'll say something might happen at the Game Awards, but
Or is this a threat, Mario?
oh no, absolutely
whoa,
not.
Mario.
If I'm ever gonna be future class, no.
Do
This
you have
is not
insider
a threat.
knowledge?
Something's gonna happen.
Something might
at the
happen.
Game Awards. Everybody,
Just keep
your
fucking
eyes out.
Yeah. No, I think you'll be fine. I think everything will be okay this year.
I will say this: as long as nothing violent or deeply cruel or anything like that is happening, and I don't want this to like become a thing where people keep doing it, but I will say the previous 2 times it has happened, I have gotten quite a kick out of it, and I do think it is pretty funny. I think it's funny to see Jeff have to like scramble in the moment to figure out what to do. Like you can really see the cogs turning, and that gives me enjoyment. But it should not happen anymore.
Lord. Okay. Let's end it.
All right, that's it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.